Everyone, we're backstage at Wicked for a very special reason because the Rob Guest Endowment concert's coming up. And I'm here with Kellie Dickerson, who is not only the musical director of Wicked, but was also Rob Guest's partner when he passed away. So she's going to tell us a little bit about his career.
Yeah, sure. Well, I first met Rob when we were doing, well, I didn't actually meet him, but he was doing Phantom of the Opera, and I was a keyboard player. And so I was down in the pit. Oh, we probably should start.
Oh, look who's just walked in.
Hello. I was like trying to listen out, but he's lovely and
hello. So tell us about how Rob's theatre career took off and how it all happened and how you met, the whole thing.
Absolutely. Well, he started off singing pop in New Zealand, actually.
Ah.
He was in a rock band.
I can't imagine this.
I know, it was very funny. So he was a bit of a pop star in New Zealand, and then he went to the States. He had a song in a Pacific Song Contest that won a lot of awards or something, and then he went to the States and worked in Vegas and Reno for 4 or 5 years. And then he got back to New Zealand, and a friend of his was auditioning for Les Mis in New Zealand, and he was driving him to the audition, and he wasn't going to be auditioning.
Thanks, friend.
He drove him to the audition, and he said, "Oh, you should come in and have a sing," because they knew he was a singer, and he said, "Oh, I don't have anything to sing." And they said, "Oh no, just sing, you know, what have you got?" And he said, "Well, I've got this from one of the band charts that I had." So they got in there and he sang it, and they went, "Oh, okay, all right." And they gave him some stuff from Les Mis, and then they stayed there for about an hour, and then they said, "Right, can you be in Australia on Friday?"
Did he get the main role? Did he get like?
He got the alternate for Valjean, because the production was already running.
Did his friend get in as well or not?
I'm not quite sure, actually. I'm not quite sure. And
that's such a great story.
Yeah. And so then he eventually took over the role, and was in Australia, and then when he finished Les Mis, he took over in Phantom, and then went back to Les Mis for the 10th anniversary.
Wow.
So I think those 2 shows, he spent about 12 years working just on those 2 shows.
Yeah, he was very loved, because I remember at the memorial all the Les Mis cast got up on the stage. It was so beautiful,
Absolutely.
wasn't it?
It was the original cast and then the 10th anniversary cast. So both of them, 10 years, he sort of spanned both of them, which is lovely. So and then of course he stayed in theatre for many years after that as well, and did his own concerts around New Zealand and Australia. But yeah, so from a pop background and then variety performance in Vegas. Yeah.
It was amazing. And I was saying to Kellie before, I remember at the memorial, the thing that I didn't know, because I only met Rob a couple of times when we started doing the videos every month, so it was really a thrill to have even met him twice. But at the memorial, what I really loved was the stories when everyone told about how we played pranks on all the casts. I love that.
Yes. Apparently, I never saw very much of it because I was always in the pit being well behaved.
He wouldn't do it to you. He's
no, he wouldn't do
it
to me. Exactly. He's very well behaved for me. And he would also never muck up on stage. He always believed that you should, do the show as it should be done on stage. Well, nothing the audience would notice.
Yeah.
But backstage, he certainly, just gentle pranks. Like he would get people's dressing gowns that they were wanting to wear when they came off stage. He would tie them in knots.
I love that.
Inside tie the arm or something, so they'd be off stage going, "Oh, who is it that's tying this?" And he'd disappear and he'd never tell them. And it'd go on for a year. Like it would be a long running prank. And he'd never tell them. He had a lot of patience for pranks. Or he'd just move, someone had their favourite glass and he would just move it every day or something in the same point or a different point, things like that.
And tell them what happened just after he passed away, because some of you Wicked people who love all the Wicked facts may or may not know this story.
Oh, well, those guys are telling me that the levitator, the
Defying gravity.
Defying gravity, the effect in defying gravity didn't operate properly because on that day, and there's been little glitches, and every now and then we'll say something goes wrong, the lighting. Thanks, Rob. Thanks, Rob, very much.
He's probably like, "Don't blame me for everything."
Like it is possible for there to be a technical glitch. I'm not. So, I know, that's true. He wouldn't actually want things to go wrong, but every now and then he just wants to make his presence felt.
Yeah, exactly. So the concert's coming up on the
October the 4th. Yeah, Monday
it's
the 4th.
going to be so. I mean, last year I loved last year. Yeah. Lucy tap danced actually with her.
That's right. It was really special.
Yeah, it was awesome. I loved that.
It was so good. Chris is tap dancing again this year, but I'm not. I'm just singing this year.
It's going to be so great, and the cast of Mary Poppins and
Wicked,
what are some of the others?
Lucy, of course, and Amanda Harrison's.
Yay!
She's been very much pregnant, which is very exciting.
Oh my God, she is too. I forgot about that. Yes.
We're very excited.
That's nice.
Great treat for us. And Tom Berlinson, a friend, and his wife Mandy, and Rachel Beck, and Danielle Barnes. Those 3 lovely
and Matt Lee.
And Matt Lee. And
it's going to be great.
So it's going to be fantastic. And Rhonda, but
we've got Esther Hannaford from Hairspray.
Right. And
oh my god, it's going to be good.
It's going to be really good.
And Maddie Robinson from Pirates of Penzance.
Yes.
And where can they buy tickets? Where does everyone buy tickets from? Is it Ticketek?
It's through Her Majesty's Theatre in Melbourne.
Yeah, I'll put a link, everyone, so you can find this.
Absolutely. So the management and staff of Her Majesty's, and of course Mary Poppins, have been just fantastically supportive. So they're helping us put it all together. And the endowment itself, which was set up by ANZ originally, and then a lot of the producers around the country, especially Gordon Frost organisation, because the producers of Wicked have been just so immensely supportive of everything and really helped us. But the endowment itself has over, I think it's over $250,000.
Has it
in the endowment.
Really?
Wow. So we're trying to build it up so that it will last forever, you know, in perpetuity.
And tell them what it's for, what it goes towards.
To encourage a young musical theatre performer to inspire them, to send them overseas and so they can see on Broadway, see productions and be inspired.
What a dream for someone.
Absolutely, but then also to back it up with tuition. And so we have a group of tutors that we send them to on Broadway in New York, and also tutors here in Australia. So it's about inspiring them, but also giving them some skills so that they develop their potential to go into the industry.
And what happened with last year's winner? Did she sort of take off? Yeah, she was awesome.
She was fantastic. She'd been to New York and she had a great time with all the tutors there, and she wrote a fantastic blog on the website, actually, if you have a chance to read it.
I'll put a link, I'll find that,
And because of that, she's been able to do some really big corporates and concert events around Australia.
Oh, she's really good.
So, with the orchestras around the country. So she's had a lot of performance opportunities that came directly from that concert, which is great. And then this year we've gone through the selection process and we've narrowed it down to 6 finalists, which is tricky. It was really tricky.
All ages or like a specific age?
It's up to 30 because we feel that...
Damn!
What about me? I still have a chance.
The other guy.
So we feel like they still have potential rather than having got to where they're going to go, that kind of thing. But so we've got 6 young finalists, 3 guys and 3 girls, and they'll be competing on October the 4th. They sing 2 songs each. And then they are also surrounded by all these wonderful professional people. It's
sprinkled with everything, isn't it?
That's right. And last year it was really special, and of course we thought that the concert would be a great idea, but it was even more special.
It was really wonderful.
Yeah.
What I've learnt from being involved with the theatre, because before Wicked really I wasn't involved. It's just that I started with you guys with Wicked. Now all of a sudden I've become this musical theatre person. Now I go to everything and I love it.
Over to the dark
side. But what I really loved about the memorial was that I actually saw that it's such a family. Like even if you're not in that musical, like you all know each other, and it's like a real community and a real family. So to go to that Rob Guest Endowment concert, you'll feel that, you'll see that whole family thing, and that whole like there'll be millions of people there. There'll be celebrities, there'll be regular people, there'll be all the Wicked fans. Like it's going to be a great night, isn't it?
Yeah, it absolutely is. And I think you're so right, and it's an element of it that we take for granted because you do have a family in all the
I was quite jealous because I looked and I thought, oh, that's so lovely. Like it was really nurturing and lovely.
Yeah. And everybody was there for the reason of promoting young talent and for supporting them with Rob and also celebrating each other and all that kind of thing, all wrapped into one. So it was
nice.
Really positive. And it's nice for it to be, even though there's an element of competition in it, the finalists were not actually competitive with each other. They were so supportive of each other and happy for each other. And the same thing with the experienced artists who were so supportive of them and everyone. They felt like they were being welcomed into a family as well. Yeah. So it was really lovely.
A whole new world opens up in the theatre, I think.
And it's quite a small industry because Australia is a relatively small performing arts industry, so it is possible to know most people in it, and of course it's really exciting to hear new people.
It felt like that to me. I felt like you all knew each other. Like it was amazing. It really was an incredible feeling.
It's like a big catch up as well when you go to something like that. And, really, and you sort of remember this community kind of feeling that you get, because when you're just in the day-to-day doing a show 8 times a week, of course you're still really appreciative of it, but it's nights like the Rob Guest Endowment that you just really it really highlights that for you. You just remember, and you see all these people that you've worked with or that you know, and it's nice to be involved with these people all in this one concert together.
Yeah,
it's really nice.
It is. It's really
got such a nice energy.
That's what the ANZ people have said to us too that they aren't often involved in this close
it's lovely.
relationship with theatre either, and they've now been bitten by it, and so they all go.
I know. I tell you, once it hits you, it's it. That's it. It's like, you know, my ears prick up whenever I hear anything like about theatre.
Yeah, and whenever you hear people, performers all around the world talking about it, everybody holds a really soft spot for theatre because it's very special, and the relationship you have with the people you perform with, and then that you all disappear into other projects, but you always have them as your family, so they come back again. And the ANZ have been really excited by that as well. So
I remember when Lucy and I were talking to Rob, remember Backstage, and he was going, oh, and I was with Marina, and Marina was Lucy's mother, and that, like, whatever it was.
Yeah, that's right, because he was like, he played her father and her lover or something, and I was like, I played her sister.
How does that work out? It was so funny. But it all sort of comes around, like, everyone kind of works in and out and swaps around, and it was great.
That's right.
Definitely.
And I think that when you've been around for a long time, like Rob had been around for a long time, one of the things that he enjoyed most about it was that in this show he didn't have a lot of on-stage time. He had, you know, sort of bits, but that were important. But he spent a lot of time backstage. And so it was great. You could drop in and have a chat to him and ask, you know, questions about how you handle this, because he'd done all the big roles, and so he knew how to give advice.
He was very relaxed. I really loved meeting him. It was such a thrill. It really was.
And he loved the theatre. He's one of those people.
He did.
It wasn't a hardship. He was in here early, leaving late. He just loved it. So.
See, follow your passions.
Absolutely. Yes, we're very lucky. I always feel very privileged to come to work here because it's what I always wanted to do. So very lucky.
And I guess that's why there is that kind of nice vibe and everyone's supportive, because we all do know that we're at the end of the day, no matter how tired you are or how many times you've done a show, you know, we are all living our dream, and everybody.
I was just about to say living the dream before you said that.
Everybody's chosen to be here. Like nobody's here because somebody made them do it, because you can't get into the industry that way because it's too difficult to do it like that. And so everybody's worked really hard to get here. So you're in company of people who, at the end of the day, are really grateful, I think, to be here.
Yeah, it's fantastic. Anyway, everyone, we've all got to go along to that concert. I'm going to be there. I'm going to be filming and whizzing around, and obviously these guys are going to be there in full force.
Say hello again.
It's going to be great. So I'm going to put all the links for you to find everything. But hurry up and get your tickets because you want to get great seats. In fact, it's a small theatre, so everyone's going to have good seats.
Yeah, that's true. It doesn't matter where you sit in the theatre, but I do know it's selling well. So get on and
I can't wait.
And if my last year was any indication, it's a really, really special night.
It is. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.